Hello and welcome everybody to
Hi,
the Aley
everybody.
Show. We're happy you're all here today, and thank you for being with us, and thank you, Jeff, for
You're
being with us.
welcome.
Yeah. I'm looking so forward to working with you tonight. So yes, I was just telling Jeff that my husband came and told me that himself is all I'll call him because he's not my president, but he just is suing John Roberts so that he can take control of all the courts. I thought that was rich, don't you? It's just every day is something
It gets to the point where it's so ridiculously scary that it almost becomes a satire of itself,
Yes,
But
yes, yeah,
then again, who knows what's going to come of this? It could just
I
all
know.
go, from one side to the other, and then
Yeah,
everyone might be incited to do what they need to or feel they need to for
yeah.
entertainment
Well,
purposes only.
yeah, right. A lot of people decided to stand up yesterday. I wasn't able to do it, but I was
The
really
May
happy.
Day protest, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And there's another one in June. And a lot of people are doing it anyway, sporadically at other times. And so if you get a chance to do it, I'll show you my new hat I'm going to wear on Marina's show because she's from Canada. Can you see it? You want to know the cool thing about Canada? Their red hat is liberal.
Is Democrat. I
Yeah.
saw that. I think it was on
Yeah.
her show or your show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the reverse.
Surprising, huh?
And is
Yeah.
blue Republican? Yeah.
Yes. Or their conservative party. Yeah, whatever they call it. Yeah.
Well, that's
Anyway.
like when in here, during the time of slavery, when Democrat meant something different from what it means
Yes, it
now.
did.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So the party of Lincoln, even though it was Republican during that time period, was the liberal party. Really, it's
Hmm.
not the party.
And
It's
it's
not
not
the party.
anymore.
No, it's not. It's very strange.
It's a lot different now. Yeah.
No kidding. Could you
Here's
imagine?
Stephen Miller today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, so creepy. Honestly. Well, let's say hi to a few folks. I want to say hi to Eternal Light coming in on Jeff's channel, and Donna's here, and Paula, Jacqueline, another coming in from your
Hi,
channel.
Tapestry.
Yeah, that's a beautiful name. I love that. Sarah, Hibiscus Healing. She's going to be on with me in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to it. And hello to Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
There. Yeah.
Hi,
So
Mary.
thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. We don't have a lot of people here just yet, but I want you to know that Jeff and I are going to do mostly doing readings today. So write them up, and
Yeah.
we'll get. Yeah, it will be really nice to do. So yes, I was telling Jeff that I so enjoy. He's got two beautiful Shelties. They're both male, right? They're both male. And he had another one that we were talking about backstage that just recently passed, but he got another one and he likes to videotape them. And I just love them.
I
Every
love
time I
that.
see one, I get excited because I'm a Sheltie person too. I grew up with one and then I had several in my.
They're an interesting breed because they do have this element of independence where they do want to do their own thing when they want to, kind of like cats,
Yes.
but they're also very loyal and very affectionate. Like tomorrow, I rarely go out of the house. My uncle's like, you really need to go out and do something. He doesn't have a very kind way of saying it. I'm a lot more delicate.
I get
So
it.
I was offended. Yeah. So I need to get my glasses. I need to get my eyes checked. It's been about 5 years, Aley. So
yeah, you do.
but whenever I leave here, they're always screaming and barking when I go out the door,
Uh-huh.
I always feel bad and,
Yeah. They're just so sweet. And, for me, it was, I really wanted a collie because I grew up with Lassie and they're just the perfect size collie, even though they're not the same. Yeah. They're not the same breed.
And then I still do get the denominations mixed up, like the toy collie versus the Sheltie. Is the Sheltie a toy collie, Aley, or are they two different
Some
breeds?
people used to call it that, Jeff, but actually, no. The
Okay,
Shetland
they are
sheepdog is
different.
from the Shetland Islands originally.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you, my first Sheltie as an adult was like a little miniature, very tiny frame. And my Bella that I got probably around 2009, she was like almost as big as a collie. So there's a big disparity between, the sizes of them. Yeah. But I love their beautiful noses, and their fur is so, and especially in male. Did you know that Lassie was a male because the males have the better coats?
I heard that. The better
Yeah.
mane. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's the same with the Shelties, because I'm sure the consistency of their fur is probably much the
We
same.
had the one, my aunt, this room used to be hers before she died of cancer, but she had one named Bridget. She didn't want anything to do with men. She didn't want anything to do with men. We would try the whole 12 years, 13 years she was alive. Never liked any one of us. We couldn't feed her. Never could feed her. One day, and when my grandmother had Alzheimer's, she would feed her like 3 or 4 times a day.
Oh dear.
Before she went into the home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they come home and they'd be like, well, why isn't Bridget eating? Oh, I fed her. Well, when did you last feed her? You know what I mean? In my mind.
Yes, I do. It's like, well,
remember.
let's see, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Isn't that right?
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, her heart was a good heart. She had a good heart. She wanted to make sure that dog got her.
She did. She
must have gotten fluffy. That dog must have gotten her.
Yeah. We named her Well, there was a dog that we called Rolly that lived here that got really huge, and then we called her Polly. Rolly Polly.
I love that. That's cute. That's really cute. Oh, roly poly. Oh my. Hi, Celtic. Hi, Miss Sheila. Yeah. And we have and Tapestry of the Unseen says that they had a Sheltie too. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get back there. I had a Sheltie growing up.
Oh yeah. Tapestry likes my videos of them. Yeah. I still want to get one better. I also semi, but this one chases its tail, and I'm trying to observe when he's chasing its tail, and it's usually before he wants food, or he thinks I've got food on me and I don't. Like in the morning, I come down with 2 milk bone because he gets fed at. I'm in bed, and then around 11:30 they come up from the cellar, and I the cellar again, and they both will be fed at 11:30 their breakfast, and then they have dinner at noon. So they're not eating. Yeah, that's their schedule because that's my uncle's schedule. He's an insomniac.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. He's going to make the schedule. My dog Bella was so crazy that she saw her tail out of the corner of her eye, and she actually bit off the tip of her tail.
God, oh.
Yes. And then she didn't like the vacuum cleaner. When she was at daycare, they had to put her in one of the crates because she would go ballistic. She broke all her teeth trying to get out of the crate. So she was just like this. They can be really high strung.
Yes, they are. And in fact, the first day because Trooper had never had a bath, I put those up too, never had a cut. So when we got him from the main Sheltie rescue, we brought him down here, and it was like a 3-week wait to get in to get groomed.
Sure.
They have these crates in there, and we have a crate downstairs from when Braden was alive, because Braden liked the crate, believe it or not. When he was 2 or 3. Yeah. But this dog was not having it. We tried to get him in, and he howled. He's like, nope, not happening. So we gave him the option, so he sleeps on the bed now. But my point here was something. Oh yeah. So they have those freestanding dryers at this groomer where you're not getting blow. It's some industrial whatever,
right?
And they put them in the crates, and oh my God, I have the photos up on my page, the videos. Both of them were in hysterics, and Brody would never be in as much hysterics as he was until Trooper got here, and the same thing was happening that Brody always went through with Braden. It makes me wonder if we weren't there, if Brody was always like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
they hate that.
And these 2 dogs really hit it off immediately, it sounds like, because Trooper was.
Oh yeah, they play. They like to play, or one won't want to play.
It doesn't happen all the time. That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. No.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
Braden didn't like Brody when he got here.
Uh-huh.
Wanted nothing to do with him, walked
I'm
away.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. It's like, yeah, I'm not interested in you. You're screwing up my space.
Right. Yeah.
Hi, Ocean View. All right. So I got your question, Polly. I got yours. Hi, John Medeiros. Mary says, Jeff, they say that frames may be part of the shortage with these tariffs, so go get them.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's partly why I'm doing this, because I have a feeling that or they're going to become, they're already outrageously expensive if you get the tint, or you get the some of the things that you do need for as you get older. Well, I forget what it's called. It's some sort of tinting that I get, but the last 2 pairs that I bought were like $700. And that was through Lens. I think that was through Pearl Vision in 2017.
Yeah.
I had money then. Now I don't. So I kind of want the Walmart special.
Yeah.
But I want more.
Costco only charges $80 and all the extras if you're a member. So
do you?
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's at the point where my eyes are more important than vanity.
Oh no, I know.
But I was never vain. So yeah, not an issue.
Yep. Hello, Fatima.
Hi, Fatima.
Yeah. Is that how she pronounces it? I've been saying it wrong then.
It may be Fatima. I don't know. I don't honestly. Yeah. She was the first one to support me on my channel, though.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
She's absolutely wonderful. It's really good to see you. All right, Sarah, I got your question. And Black Bell is here saying hello to Jeff. And Play
Hi,
Love.
Black Bell.
Yes, Shelty. It's from I thought it was from the Shetland Islands, which are.
I did too, but it is Scotland.
It's Scotland? I don't know. Okay. All right, Donna, got yours. Mary, welcome, and I got yours. Hello, Cosmic Orphan.
Hi, Cosmic.
Yeah. Let's see. And you have a dachshund. They're adorable, honestly. Mary has a dog named Happy. My Happy has issues if I'm not there, even if he's with the other dogs. My groomer said they would never do him again because he was too big and crazy. He has short hair, being a black lab. Well, yeah, you're lucky that way, at least. Yeah. Thank God. But I felt that my lab shed more than my Sheltie did. But it's short hair, and
sometimes they don't. I'm noticing that it was strange. The Shelties weren't the ones that I've known here. Years ago, they were shedding, but it wasn't a full-blown Sheltie. It was like a cross. But these two aren't shedding, and the mains of not Brody, but Braden, his hair has grown like in a matter of a week. Just 2 weeks, it's all back. It is like you could make it look like a lion, you know.
You need to tell your uncle to stop putting Vigoro on the animals. Plant food. Oh, that's so cute, honestly. All right, so let's get on it. We got Ellen, Celtic Seer, Ocean View, Polly, Sarah, Donna, Mary, Miss Sherlock. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to put it up. And we may have time for a few more, but let's just go with this for right now.
Okay.
So will I get a review and a raise in the next month or so? That's a great question. Yeah. All right, so I have that you will make a connection. So I'm thinking that, yes, you will get a review. There'll be some kind of review. You know what I hate about reviews? They always have to find something wrong. I don't know if that's your case or not. But when I have, I used to work for a company and it was like, you do this right and this right, but this isn't right. And it's almost like they do that on purpose. But don't suppress your feelings, is what they're saying. And eventually it will come to harmony. So I'm guessing, yes, you and the person that reviews you will be harmonious at the end of the review. Yeah.
I almost feel like this isn't even performance based.
Ah.
I feel like this is more about an internal struggle you're having with yourself about maybe being overworked. And I kind of feel like you've proven through your own efforts that you deserve this, but I feel like it might be lost on the boss. I don't know if you're articulating to them exactly, because there are a lot of wands cards here, and to me the king of wands sometimes can mean a boundary, but it is someone that's motivated. You did have the star card come out first, which to me is a yes, but you did get the hangman, so there's a delay, and this has been a while, and I feel like you've been sacrificing a lot of your time to go out of your way to show the resounding devotion you have to this place. It's just that, unfortunately, I don't know if it's a dog eat dog environment or if people have a different idea of what they're expecting versus what you're giving, and it's either being misinterpreted or not seen, because there's this sort of, well, you're within as far as I don't know if it's like the glass ceiling or somebody went above you that shouldn't have, but in the end, Four of Swords reversed to me can be meditation and chill time and some sort of, even though it can mean stagnation and whatever, I don't think you're fulfilled in the place, but I do think if you just focus less on driving yourself crazy about getting the raise, you might stand a better chance. I feel like you're going insane about it.
Yeah. Yeah. My, as Jeff was talking, my feeling was so many times that I would forget what I wanted to say at a review, like what I've done, the things I've done. And I got to the point where I was keeping a list so that I wouldn't forget. So when I walked in there, I could say, okay, well, I want you to know, because maybe they don't know everything. Oh, that I helped so-and-so. I taught them how to do this, or I stayed one night and was very productive and I had 30 of whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So,
and sometimes we get so inured to our own things that we're doing daily, we don't see that how we perfect them as we grow with them. And I feel like maybe Ellen's doing that, because that's what that one's energy through the what do you call it, the suit or the court might mean, you know?
Yeah. So. Yeah. I get it. But it actually, once I started writing things down, I felt a lot better, because, you know, I'm still getting reviews and
and then they ask you to do 500 different things, especially with all the, what do you call it? Quiet hiring or whatever they call it. And then even if you're working from home, there's that detachment of what they can see versus what they can't see. All they can see is whether you're at your screen or not. So it's a hard balance.
It is a hard balance. Well, I wish you well on that, Ellen. Yes, Ellen. You can put a question in, Black Bell. That's fine. So I wish you well on this, Ellen, honestly. Okay, Kim, I gotcha. Thank you. All right. Okay. Let's see. We have Celtic Seer is next. And when will I be offered employment? Ooh. Sucks to wait. Jesus. Yeah. You know what I heard?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I heard today that unemployment or employment hadn't gone down as much as we thought.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay. Yeah.
Or we're not being told the truth, which from this administration.
You don't think that would ever happen?
That's where my mind went.
Oh my God. Let's see what this says. All right. I have some yes, no cards. It's saying that the wind of change blows slowly, and that you understand that to make people happy, you have to be first to be happy yourself. Because of this, your desires bring you inspiration and hope for a prosperous reality. But it says here, the situation requires great activity and will be a profound test of your character. You must use your ability to think outside the box continuously for 4 months. That's interesting. After which, developing events accelerate your victory. Then you will taste the fruit of success. So I'm not going to say it's a no. I'm going to say it's 4 months or so of real important work, getting yourself in the view of other folks who would be hiring.
Either 3 months or 6 months. And I have a slight backstory here. I kind of feel as if you might have been misled in a position before where you thought something was going to turn out a certain way and it didn't. And I also think you have this idea in your head maybe that's a little bit regimented about what you can do, but you know what you do get in. One thing you might not have acknowledged because it was in the past is the Empress card. That you have this versatility, and I think sometimes maybe within that versatility there's this sort of air of Jill of all trades, and maybe you haven't pursued enough of what you want to do. I don't know if you do anything with technical writing or drafting or any type of I'm hearing like resources, and I heard for some reason heard the letter G. I don't know if the company has a G or something that you're trying to get into, but you do put a lot of effort and you do stand your ground about what you want now. That's the place you need to be in, but don't sell yourself short. Don't let the past experience in a position affect what it is that you need to have to heal. Right. Yeah. And I got a lot of different threes here. And then I got a four of cups. I think this time around you'll be a lot calmer than you were before for some reason.
Okay. All right. There you go, Celtic Seer. In the meantime, she's a fabulous astrologer. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
She should be doing that then, probably.
Well, I imagine that she is. It's in some regard anyway.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Yep. All right. So Ocean View, I'm sorry you lost your friend Helen from Parkinson's. That's awful and very difficult to lose a friend. I'm going to pull out some cards from the Beloved Dead deck. And hopefully she'll come through. Sometimes they come through, but sometimes they are like, no, I'm busy over here and I don't have too much to say. So let's see what Helen has to say, if anything. All right. The first card I got is the Justice card in this deck. It's not the Justice card in the Tarot, but I think that your friend Helen says, once I got over here, justice prevailed. In other words, I'm not shaking anymore. I'm not feeling weak anymore. I'm feeling, wholly healthy and happy, and that my life is, when I did my life review, I could see why I went through what I went through. Because really, a lot of us have soul contracts and we pick how we want things to happen. And I know that sounds kind of callous when it comes to somebody's illness, but sometimes that is a decision, sometimes, of somebody. She says, I'm feeling the absence of all of you down there. But just because you notice this face is sort of in a cloud or disappeared, she says, I'm still around. I'm still around, and every time you think of me, every time that you say my name, I come really close to you. And she said, and I want you to know that you have been a fabulous friend. You've always been just who you are, and to continue being just you. Because it's an act of love, not only for yourself, but for others and for her. She wants you to know that she loved you.
She's telling me that you can laugh now. There were things that you and she together you were hesitant to laugh about. That's something I heard. I also heard that don't wait for the right time to do something. Gather, because I did Lenormand and I did 5, 3, 3, and 3 through this pocket deck, which I think is so cute. The
Yeah, it is cute.
Mildred Payne deck. I have the bigger of it, but don't wish for the right time. She says that you often would wish for the right time, and you would base things on vigilance, and the vigilance of being wise prevailed. And there were times that she wanted to shake you out of that, but that's your best medicine, because the herb was knighting to that. She also wants you to know too that as far as what you believe in yourself, don't be sabotaged by anybody around you that is a stick in the mud. I feel like there was somebody close to both of you that wasn't as genuine as maybe you would hoped they would have been. But the rarity of time and the cyclical nature where we come around and revere things, this is something that was stolen from you quickly, because I got poison next time. So she wants you to know, take the as much time as you need for yourself to gather yourself, but don't let anyone else in the middle of that, because you got the boot at the bottom, be a killjoy. I feel like she and you went through some pretty rough times together that might have been at the hands of someone else. She wants you to know that where she is now, she's free of that.
That's
beautiful. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. And also free of that physical limitation of the body. That's
of the body. Yeah.
Anyway. Well, hello, Hershey. It's good to see you. Yeah.
Hi, Hershey.
Coming in. All right. So Miss Polly, just some guidance or some message for May. All righty. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Polly, they're showing me a blue jay. I don't know why.
They're squawkers, aren't they? Aren't the
blue jays
squawkers? Yeah. So I have the Cupid's arrow, but the card next to it may tell more about that. So if you're not in the mood to sort of have new love in your life, or love is in the air, or meet somebody else, what it might mean is the next one, you're loving the hard work that you're doing and it's paying off and you will be rewarded for your efforts. Because that's the next card. And so it could be, you may be doing this already, or you may be doing it coming up ahead in the month. And you're going to be very successful at it. I get the crown, and you're going to get material gains and the power and authority to rule your own world and set your own goals, and because you've been doing the work. So there you
go. I feel like you've been in a lot of turmoil mentally lately. I don't know if there's something that chronically has been eating away at you about what you've been obsessing and can't communicate it, but I kind of feel like you're coming out of that now, because you did get the 6 of Swords in the past position, which didn't make much sense to me, but I feel like you might have gone somewhere, moved somewhere, it didn't really pan out as much as you might have liked it to, and you might have buyer's remorse or something that you might have bought into or believed. But I think what's happening here is you're realizing that even though the strategy might not have worked, you're not going to self-sabotage yourself again. That to me is, you're not going to let someone else reclaim what should have been yours in the first place, or what you had all along, is what I mean. It was never theirs to take, and I kind of feel like they did, and it left you very much in a lot of pain. So it's coming. I think she got something related to this. I don't know if she got justice, but I think you're going to get, I get a lot of anger and anxiety from you right now. I think that's going away.
Good. Good. There you go. Thank you very much. I'm just going to pull this up because let's see, it was Play, Love, and Remember just was given a, she's not asking a question. She's just telling us about what's going on with her. She says she found out who it was that wanted her to channel her two angelic guides, Thomas, who's the ancestral great uncle, and African guide Joseph, sent you a white horse. I love that. Beautiful. That's just beautiful. And yeah, you're going to be able to name it whatever you want. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oops. All right. So Donna, here's love a reading. Had a crazy couple of days. Your feet are swollen. Can't. None of us are resting really well, Donna.
No.
Yeah. No. Not that you know. I'm not trying to bring myself into this, but I've heard it from a lot of people that are dealing with really sleepless nights, and some of them are this pain, and there's also that leg and foot thing as well. So, all right, hang on. See, I just ended up, unfortunately, knocking somebody out when I hit the
Sorry.
No, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. Yeah. So I'm going back to find it because it was Sarah. Sarah, if you can remember what your question was, would you mind putting it up again? That would save me. I'm sorry, Sarah. I know it was you. So there you go. All right. All right. So let's see what we come up with for you. Let's see what else. Okay, so I'm getting here that this crazy couple of days is surmounting. It's just coming up and coming up and coming up, and it's been working. This energy has been working on you for a little while. But they're saying that some of what it is that you're feeling, or some of us that are going through it, it's nothing but a facade. But I don't think it is in my own mind, because look at the sun. It's yellow in the sky here. And we're dealing with a lot of sunspot activity and solar storms and solar flares. And I don't think that's a facade. These people are putting up a facade because they're saying, oh, no, I'm fine. No, you're crazy. I'm not. No, they're not fine. Nobody's fine. We're getting it's one way or the other. And it's like an entanglement all around us. And we're trying to weave through it in order to feel better. So that's what I get there. So what they're saying is, please look to nourishment. Make sure you're eating well, drinking a lot of water, and also put your feet up. Get off your feet, because if your ankles are swollen or your feet are swollen, you're retaining water. And I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, take care of yourself. They're wanting you to make sure you do that.
Yeah, luckily the future, all four of the future cards in the Celtic were a lot better than the ones I got now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot better. I don't know, but I'm hearing something about your sinuses too. I don't know why. There's something going on too where I almost saw like you descending in like a very slow, and I don't know if you have a dream of free falling, but I heard that. I got the Eight of Swords, what you're currently feeling, reversed to where it's like, okay, I'm willingly able to surrender, but I don't know if I'm going to do it out of fear that if I stop, it's almost like some element of anxiety or some element where if you get up and move, like with what you're going through right now, it might hurt more than it should. But yet I think the worst thing to do would be to have a hard stop. In the past, you got a diagnosis. This, to me, the Ace of Swords or the Six of Swords reversed can be a bad. This is like my diagnosis card.
Oh.
I think you might have gone to someone that actually told you something about your health and it turned out to be wrong on second opinion. I did get death up top. You're very fearful right now. I think you're fearful of falling because I got the Fool next to it. But usually if it's reversed, it would be free. You are going to get free of this. You have the willpower and the strength to ride through anything because you did get the Ace of Pentacles coming up is for what you see yourself. You're looking for that opportunity. You're right in the right place to manifest it. You are in the place of authority. You are. See how good the cards did get. You did get the Two of Wands upright. So to me, that's about a plan that you do have. I think there might be some sort of naturopathic or allopathic healing or something going on here. Wow. And then you did get the security, the Four of Pentacles. So I think it's there. I just don't know if somebody gave you a wrong diagnosis or the wrong way to approach how to feel better about something. I don't know.
She has a nodule on her liver, and she says she's getting scoped on the 19th.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're doing everything you need to do at this point to be where you have to be, but take time to rest. There's nothing wrong with rest.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't want to give release. I heard release is what she needs to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is something that's difficult to release.
But that's not easy in that situation. How could you?
Right.
I guess.
It is scary. Yeah. But she's happy. She says she's happy sort of here. And so she's got a good attitude. And I think that makes hello, Maria Amethyst. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being with us. Okay. Sarah was next. And thank you, Sarah, for putting it up. Because you were in the line and you were next. Just a general message. All right, Sarah. Thank you, honey. Yeah. Next, I have Mary and then Miss Sherlock. So just letting you know. And then I'll let you know who's next after that, everybody. All right. Well, Sarah, this is very fascinating. And I love this. She has a channel and she's learned how to read tarot and she does other things with she's an anesthetician and she's also a Reiki person. But you are in the spotlight, Sarah, it says. And you are attracting some attention with your channel. And I think that's true when we start out and people start asking us to come on other channels. You know, that's exactly what's being done. You're standing up here on the stage and you're being introduced. And so, you know, hopefully there's more than just I know you're also on Deborah's show. So this is something that's really good for you and prepares you for what it is that you're doing for yourself. It says here that you are breaking a lot of ancestral karma, and that which remains in the DNA is being sort of flushed out. And, you know, I think that's really wonderful because we never really thought we could do that. But when we work on our ancestral trauma, it goes up the line and down the line of our ancestry, and it heals everything. There's something going on here that you're either completing or you're thinking about traveling. It doesn't mean you have to go on a plane. It could be short distance travel. It could, you know, but it's saying that the opportunity for you is ready to come up. And it says, do not worry about reprisal for whatever reason. And maybe that has more to do with the DNA thing, but I think it's saying that your ancestors understand and they applaud you for working through the very difficult karma that ancestry gives us.
I heard when I looked at these cards, don't sacrifice personal truth and justice don't sacrifice collective truth and justice for your own. I feel like you're very much rooted in making sure there's a lot of this, balance. I did get justice, as I said. It came in as the heart of the matter. But there's this mercenary aspect to this card. I feel like you're very much attuned to what your gifts are because you got the moon card. You're sitting in that energy, the wisdom of secrecy and the wisdom of the occult and all that. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I feel like maybe your energy lately, even though you're not depleted of anything, they're not telling me that. They're telling me that some of what it is that you're feeling, I think, as far as what other people go, it might be a projection, or it might be something that they're projecting onto you. I don't know if you're doing a lot of work with people one-on-one that you see more frequently than a lot of readers would see their whatever. But I think just make sure you're balanced in your own energy is what they're telling me.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And, I love that you have that awareness and you're working with that awareness. This is such a new, for me, it's a new topic. It's like, I would never have heard of any of this when I was growing up. And, but I remember feeling like my mother was a worrywart about everything. And I remember thinking, that ain't me. I'm not going to be that person. And, she would worry about stuff you didn't even really need to worry about, just really crazy stuff, So, yeah, that's really good, Sarah. I'm glad that you're doing that. I really am. Thank you, dear. All right. Just so you guys know, we have Mary, Miss Sherlock, then Kim B, then Black Bell, Ellen, Anya, Maria Amethyst. All right. Oh, you keep getting a dream of a picture of Archangel Michael? He wants to work with you, or he's working with you, Maureen. Yeah. That's cool. Career in nursing. Ooh. That's wonderful. I got some interesting cards here for you, Mary. I have here, are you just at the beginning of or the outset of your college choices or career choice? And that you can be at that even at 40. I'm not saying you have to be young, but because I got the outset card. So you're kind of checking into what it is that you're interested in doing. And they're saying, you've got your bags packed and you got your umbrella and you're ready to go figure out what you want to do. And this is a transition from whatever it is that you're doing now. And yet, look at the ladybug. The ladybug is good luck. So I'm thinking this is a wonderful idea. But they want you not to listen to any rumors around it. There are some people that might say, are you sure you want to do that? That takes a long time. And then, let it go.
Yeah.
You too. Huh?
Yeah, I got pretty much the same thing. I got the dog. I did a Lenormand 5 and 5. I got the dog card, which is loyalty. But on top of that loyalty, there's this, obfuscation or darkness or whatever you want to call it, of either what it is that would bring you to a place where you would make the right choice for you. Because this is not about the star and the tarot. This is about how things come together in the atmosphere, in the celestial bodies or whatever. I kind of feel like someone's in your ear telling you not to do something, and I don't know if it is nursing or if it's something else that you do want to do, but whatever is the reverse of what it is they're telling you is what you want to do. I feel like you're being given advice. Like, then you've got the whip card to the choice. Someone's trying to force you into something repeatedly through and this is what she was saying. this repeated rumor or these things that you could easily buy into, this sort of, frenetic energy around you that is like, well, I've got to do something, or I should do this, or yeah. And then the public, that's the rumors. So I kind of agree with Aley on this.
Wow. She hears that all the time. Yeah. I imagine so. There are people that just, I'm going to be very frank. They like to piss on your parade. That's what my dad used to say. Yeah. In other words, you're going and you're watching a parade, or you're really interested in something. And then they go, well, my cousin did that and this happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Or this doesn't pay, or
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Oh my. Well, good luck, Mary. If you've been out of it for years and you like doing it, and you're feeling you should get back to it, then do it, girl. You do it. Don't listen to anybody else. All right. Miss Sherlock. She wants us to ask her guide, Ike, why we have been friends for many, many lifetimes.
Food. They sit together at the dinner table a lot, I hear. I don't know what, I'm going to see if that even is true, but let's see.
Oh, wow. They bonded over different foods, huh? Okay. That's cool. Oh, wow. So I got 3 interesting cards for you, Miss Sherlock. The first one is that you accept each other for who you are. You have a very fluid situation with this person. And so it's like you understand each other. Maybe even, maybe you've had other relationships in past lives that brought you together, but you like being together. And so that's why you're friends every time. You sort of plan it. I'm going to be here at this time. Meet me. The other thing that your guide is saying is that you are very unique, Miss Charlotte, Miss Sherlock. I'm sorry, that you are unique and fragile and sensitive, and this really drew Ike to you as well, because anybody can be a regular person, but it takes a special person to be unique, that isn't judgmental, that is very kind and accepting. And that's what you've been in the past. I get a Scorpion, and I don't know if you've had a relationship or you've had a time where both of you couldn't control the magnetism between the two of you. In other words, you probably had a really strong sexual relationship during that lifetime. But it seems to me that it was only maybe one lifetime. And then you realized it would be much, much more beneficial to the both of you to be friends more than lovers. But that was a decision that both of you made in your contracts.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. What I'm getting from this is you're two halves of the same whole, or what is the expression? Two halves of the same one. What I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
What I am also feeling is like you might have lived through Atlantis, or you might have lived through one of those. What I got was this. There was something horrible that brought you guys together that you had to walk away from and escape from. But I don't think it was something that you guys together did. I think it happened to you, because I got a harsh judgment as something that, and it might have been some ending, like an apocalypse somewhere else, some other time. The end of the civilization. I think you both, within one realm, might have run into each other, because in a different life too, your gifts weren't being fully optimized together. I kind of feel like this is about psychic and dreams and visions. I think you connect a lot in dreams. I also think too, because of the Empress, you fill each other up. You bring that promise of that in an eternal lifetime. There are no boundaries between you, but there have to be boundaries. I feel like you were warriors in a different lifetime. Also,
Wow.
It's the type of feeling where you don't feel good in a certain realm or of existence unless the two of you are together.
Yeah.
With that card, and then with the Five of Swords, this is like taking the weapons of war away and feeling like, you know, you don't have to be a warrior all the time and you don't have to fight because you're there for each other. And then I got the Five of Cups reversed, which is healing. So I think it's about I think it's more like a twin flame thing, or like a soul mate thing or something where you are supposed to be with each other.
Yeah.
Just cosmically. A cosmic orphan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And friends are forever. That's absolutely a good point, Ellen.
They really are. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So thank you very much, Ms. Sherlock. Again, some of you who wanted a question answered, you have to know that there's a list. There's a whole list here, and we're getting to as many as we can. But we are up at the top of this hour, and we'll continue for a little while. I don't know for sure if we'll get to everybody, but we'll try. At this time, a reading for the near future, and Black Bell's next, then Ellen, and then Anya, and then Maria. All right, Maria. Thank you. All right. The near future. All right. Okay, I love this. So, I love it when I get the burger because it's like you want convenience. What do? We're really hungry. We don't have time to cook, so we run into Burger King and we get ourselves a burger and fries or whatever it is. But you're wanting something to be more convenient because you're feeling somewhat unsatisfied with something. It could also be a reminder to eat more healthy and not pick the burger route again. You do have the angels with you. You're divinely protected and you connect with them. They want you to know that you are never alone and only need to speak out, and they'll help you in any way that you need. Something's going on with weighing a risk for something, Kim. I got the dice, which, the throw of the dice is random. We can win a game and win the pot of money, or we can lose everything. So it says here to watch out for the risks that are involved, but it also says to trust fate. So whatever it is that's happening to you or coming to you, make sure that you are comfortable with that and recognize those things, that balance between throwing the dice and not. Finally, I get here, you have such an affinity with somebody. I don't know if it's a friend of yours or if it's your partner or if it's someone you work with or whatever, but they're like, really love you. They think you're fabulous. And there's nothing better than that. We all really only need one good friend. So there you go.
They're telling me the zest of life for you is about really spicing things up. They're telling me that, I don't know if it's in the bedroom or where it is. I'm just going to come out and say it, but I feel like based on these cards, there's some sort of experimental stuff that you do want to try. I don't know if it's that or something else that you haven't tried yet. Because I got the bell knighting to the herb. I feel like it's the time to spice it up, but somebody around you is either maybe more addicted to something, and it may not be even in the sexual realm. It might be something that you might like a glass of wine here or there and you don't splurge enough or something. I kind of feel like, or if there were an addiction that you had, you kind of have gotten to the place where you want to be more temperate in your behavior, but you feel like there's a bellwether, a warning not to smoke as much. I don't know if you were ever a smoker, but this was knighting to the addiction card. So I'm just wondering or you're a workaholic too. Stop working so much and let loose.
Wow. All right. That's awesome. All right. You are adventurous, Kim. Go for it, girl. Yeah. Thank you.
And your pipe dreams aren't really pipe dreams.
Oh, that might be what it is instead of smoke. Yeah.
And the only poison is time for you. And I feel like you're running against time too. So don't let that be an imposition.
That's right. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So Black Bell has been unemployed for the past 6 months. You haven't had stable employment for over 4 years. Will I get the remote job that I've been applying for? Oh, that's really hard, Black Bell.
That's very hard.
Yeah, that is really difficult. Yeah. Wow. When I was trying to find myself a full-time position, I just went years and years and years without one. And so I had to kind of pull some strings. Yeah, and do actually I work for 4 places, and those 4 places are colleges that I work. But I had to make a full-time position that way. I had to be.
Were you an adjunct professor? Were you an adjunct? Okay.
Yeah, I am still. Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, and it's always 3 or 4 places that I work for at a time. And I've been doing it for 27 years. Never got a full-time position. Never did.
But you settled into it and you like it now, right?
Well, yeah, it's okay. But it's just that you have 4 different emails, 4 different supervisors, 4 different ways to get into the classroom. You have to really be really creative as a person as well and be able to handle those crazy things, So, all right. So Black Bell, back to you. It says here that this has been quite a difficult transition for you, but I still, again, got this card and I got the ladybug. So there you are running to catch up to find the work that you were wanting to do. But you know what I like about this card as well? And your question is, their house is remote. They're pulling it behind the car. And so, if you look at it that way, that's the remote job that you're interested in. And somebody's back here is jumping up and down and they're saying, reinforcements are coming. So there's a lot of people working from home now, and a lot of people don't do well doing that. You have to be a certain kind of person, and I know Jeff is, to work from home. You have to be determined to go to work, and it's like a mindset you have to have.
Mm-hmm.
But I think your pursuit is going to pay off, and I can't tell you exactly when, but it looks pretty good, Black Bell. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's this one, because you know what I got? Home reversed or the White House reversed. This was the energy that came in first. Okay. So what I did get though was the energy you're sitting in is something better, I think, than that. I think there's something else that's going to be coming around for you that might even be better. I feel like now this is not just about the job, but this is about the hurt that might have come from being unemployed, or not just the financial reality of it, but some of the things that happened in the last position. You might be more fearful and want the security of thinking you can work at home without being hurt again. But you know what? I think you weren't appreciated before. I think going into this, you might find yourself it may not be from home, but wherever it is. And for some reason, I don't know why they were showing me a clothesline outside, but they were. I'm not saying that that's what you're going to do or whatever, but I'm just what I'm seeing. Temperance and balance for you. I think this job in particular might be more demanding than a regular work at home job, and I feel like maybe someone else is going to get this and take it from you. However, what you did get is this, which to me is about truth. the truth about yourself and what it is you can do might be actually better than this. And I think you might be settling because you got this at the end, which is the happy fool card into something better. So
sometimes that happens. You get a job, you take the job, and something else comes right behind it.
That's what I'm thinking is what may be happening here.
It could. Yeah. And the second job is the one you really want, not the first. Yeah. Yeah. Wishing you so much luck, Black Bell. And yes, Judith Anderson, I know you work from home too. I do. Jeff does. A lot of people are nowadays. But I love it. I absolutely love it.
I love it.
Out and I can, take a step outside.
I mean, the same BS that would be in the office is here. I mean, it gets to me.
Sure.
But then I can put it away. It doesn't matter. It's more the frame of mind than rather where you are.
That's very true, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yep. And you got to just let it go. And that's hard to do sometimes, but yeah. All right. So Ellen, today's your anniversary. Your husband passed so long ago. His name is Danny. Any messages? You're looking to see, will I find love ever again with someone who has similar traits? Astrology, earth, liberal, I guess is what you're saying. Okay, Ellen. Did you, what is it? If I was telling Terry this morning, if you believe that you deserve it and the universe will serve it.
I like that.
And so a lot of it is really about what you believe. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I've been married 4 times, and the 4th one is the only one that was metaphysical or that like the same types of things that I do.
Well, there's a philosophical thing about that with Plato and beauty. There's this evolution of beauty and whatever. Sometimes you have to go through that from a philosophical or metaphysical point of view. There is an argument that is made traditionally about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Danny is saying, there's no reprisal from me. I hope you find this person that you are looking for. I'm sending you all of my love and feeling that, you should find somebody that you can connect with while you're alive. I mean, you're down there, you're having a human experience. Then I have here, perhaps you've been showing some restraint, with some, and of course, dating nowadays is so, there's all this online stuff and it's hard to find people that are like mind or whatever. But I pulled the affinity card for you, and that means somebody out there likes the same thing. Now, not everything, but most of the things you like, because not everybody likes, they're not your clone. So, but this is a great card. I think you need to write down what it is you're wanting and let it go. Wait for it to come.
He's telling me, and I don't know if you guys took walks in the woods together in the fall, but I'm seeing something about a stick in the mud, or the other thing I'm hearing too is, and I don't know if he died of an addiction or he died suddenly, but I feel like what you had was so rare that I got the comic card. He's trying to tell you that sometimes that rarity that you're trying to capture with someone else is the rope by which you're trying to hang yourself, because you can't get it back and you still are lacking. And all these things are weighing on you still, trying to pick up the pieces, trying to get the things, the reinforcements that you need to be happy when time is so fleeting. He's trying to tell you that what I think is, even in the midst of all this, he wants you to clean that energy out. He knows you've been struggling to do that even still, and that time is not going to heal that. He understands it. He wishes he could tell you that you're going to feel better. But what he's also telling me too is that there's not a pipe dream here. This was not something that was fleeting. This is something that is going to last forever. And the happiness that you feel is a double-edged sword, but he wants you to know that while you're in this life, he doesn't want you to sacrifice yourself for the memory of him.
Yeah.
is what I'm
Well,
hearing.
she said that he unalived himself, which, yeah.
Yeah, I got the rope, and I didn't want to say it.
I know. No, I know. Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it's very difficult when you're dealing with somebody that doesn't leave. I don't know if he left a message or if you had any idea. But it's like you're leaving somebody on the earth that's in limbo as to knowing what was the problem, you know? So yeah, that's yeah, good.
And it was sudden.
I hesitate
it
too
was
to
very
say that.
sudden because
Yeah.
in this, if I could take a picture of this and put it on my community page, but I won't. The rope is knighting to the comet, right? Which tells me about the rarity of an event or something that happened very quickly, knighting to this. And then on top of it was he picked his poison as to how he wanted to go. But I didn't want to come out with that.
I know. It's hard to know what to say sometimes, especially in a public show. Yeah. Because this is entertainment only. But yeah, since she gave you that, that was good that you were able to. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Ellen, remember that you are here and you need to continue to live
and that's what I feel like. He sacrificed himself. And it's almost like this rooted energy where it's like you want to do the same for him. Ellen, don't do it. If you ever thought of it, don't do it.
Yeah. Yep. Much love to you, Ellen.
Yeah, Ellen, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right. So we have Anya, we have then Maria and Carol Berner. And we'll see. I have another show at 7, but I'll try to get these done, but we can't take any more after Judith Anderson, okay? Only because I've got to take a little break between shows. All right. So, all right. Where do you go at night when you sleep, and what do you do? Wow. Are you sure we want to?
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. I love that question. That's cool. Yeah. Interesting. All right. I'm going to try to piece this together as a story for you, Anya. I get the fireworks first, and it's like wherever you go is lit up and explosive, and it's got all these people there watching whatever it is that you're doing, and you're with a crowd of other people working, doing that thing. And some people are there that are undermining what it is that you guys do, but that could be somebody like different extraterrestrials, let's say, or whatever that may be in your dreams. You got the entanglement card, so you do work again, and you're entangled with a big group of people, and I'm sure it's probably our community. You're just not remembering all the people that were in the dream, but they're saying that they love your ingenuity, that you are a big help to those that are there. You come up with creative ways to do the work that you're doing. I'm feeling like with all the lights and the fireworks and all this other stuff that and look at, there's the sky. You're right. You're either writing code or you're working to help us all maybe in the ascension process. But it's definitely a good place to be. I think it's very very uplifting.
I feel like when you get up in the morning and you tell people about where you're going or tell them about what dreams you had, they think you're cooked or you're baked or something. Because what I'm getting from this is that you got the world reversed. So I'm kind of seeing this more as like this is a way of trying to heal something during the day that is going on universally that you can't deal with in everyday life or in, whatever, not you personally, but most of us can't. And it's this energy that is like so dogmatic. It's almost like I wouldn't say an assassin, but like a spirit assassin. You're like going through and trying to clear out some stuff in your dreams and it's almost teleporting energy, because with the world upright, it's like that pause before the next step. It seems to me like that's what's going on here. You're hashing out the plans that you do have and trying to tell yourself, kind of like what Aley says, very methodically about what to do. I get that you also clear out some energy for your family, for your history. You're actually doing prayers and meditation within that realm that you're in. You do have the ability to transmute energy, but I also feel like you're healing parts of the past. The energy you're sitting in is something that does have to do with family, because I got this generational thing too. I don't know if it's
Wow.
some sort of feeling with that. And the people aren't, you have a mentality of how the world should be, because people aren't in your conscious life admitting things. They're in denial. You're trying to cure that denial, and you're pretty successful as far as clearing yourself of that energy. But people don't believe it when you come out. That's also what I thought with this. They didn't. For some reason, I was hearing like you do try to tell people these things, either the lessons you learn from the dreams or about the dreams themselves, and they don't get it, or the morals that you're getting subconsciously, or the things you're learning, they're not receptive to, or they think it's out there or something. Yeah.
Could be, Manya. That makes sense. Wow. Wow. She says family healing resonates. Good. I'm glad, dear. All right. So Maria is wondering, will I get the job at the Red Cross nursery? Will the lady call me? All right. I'm going to pull some yes, no cards here. Carol's next, then Play Love, then Judith. All right. Then that's it, guys and gals. All right. So I pulled a yes card for you, Maria. It says here that fortune is on your side. An unprecedented rise in vitality awaits you. A second wind brings an opportunity for conquering those peaks. There will be a streak of positivity within your day-to-day life, and get ready for everything to turn out easy and joyful. So if you love being with children, I'm thinking that's the kind of nursery that you're talking about. Or if you're tending to plants, if that's the kind of nursery you're talking about, both things have to be tended to and taken care of in a real calm way. And it says here that in 1 to 2 weeks, this is supposed to happen. So I hope so for your sake, and I wish you well.
This is your dream job. I feel like I'm getting a full yes on this. These cards are really good.
Nursing home. Okay.
You've been whipping yourself into a frenzy about this because you've actually been studying something along these lines, I feel like. But what I will say is there's a chance no, because this is about chances. However, there's a commitment that someone's made to making something difficult for you, because you did get the whip card. There's a commitment toward, because the ring's about the commitment. And then you're psyching yourself up because of it. But I don't know if you've perfected something as far as something either goes in the environment or within, the physical environment. I mean, like within a nursery or something that you've been trying to develop or, create, or you've just been studying a lot. But I feel it's more a yes than a no.
Yeah. She's studying to be a teacher too.
Okay. Yeah, I feel though that whip card, right when you were talking about it, is that commitment that your former boss had as far as the reference goes. Is he a very vindictive sort of person?
Oh,
he sounds like it from the card.
Yeah.
But you would be really good at this. Like the public card came out, you'd be really, really good at this. Is what I'm getting.
Yep.
This is a more like seems like a yes to me.
Very good.
Yeah.
hope so. For your sake, Maria, you're living in Europe and it's for the elderly and not children. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, if you're studying to be a teacher, you can do things with the elderly that they adore. You read to them or play a game with them or whatever. I mean, it's wonderful. So it's more a yes than a no, Maria. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our best wishes to you.
Yeah, Maria, good luck.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I have these spiritual gift cards, Carol. How about that? So I'm gonna say, you enhance the execution of your strategies. Your curiosity in matters of spirituality grows. You progress toward your objectives. Family members offer their backing. Collaborating with your colleagues leads to outstanding outcomes. The chance for travel may arise. You could find yourself being recognized and rewarded. Good fortune favors you. And then it says at the bottom, which I really think is important, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And so when you are taking classes or looking into different books or watching different kinds of documentaries on different kinds of spiritual gifts, something may just stand right out to you, Carol, and say, this is really cool. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. I want to know more about it. And if you don't find that, then start somewhere, because what you're doing is you're building tools in your tool chest. And one of them may be tarot or oracles, or one of them may be interested in some kind of astrology or Reiki. And then you find as you go along what really seems interesting to you, because we're all building our toolbox. So, and it's an ongoing thing. Yeah.
I think what you think is that you didn't come into this world with them. I'm being told just the opposite, that you are. And they're telling me, how do you know you don't? And I'm going to tell you why. I got for you up at the top, the ladder, right? Right. Okay. But the ladder is on top of the center. I'm getting chills on this. The fetus energy. You came into this world with that. Okay. Yep. What I'm also getting is what you have is a rare gift. Okay. That's on top. And it's a rare gift of purity. And it's a white dove. Okay. Ooh. We got the white dove on top. Now, it's knighting to, I think you're selling yourself short. I feel like what it is that you actually don't feel as a gift is, because what you got is the snake card, you'll know it, which is, of course, venomous and toxic, but you also got it knighting to the tooth. You feel like it doesn't have any teeth, any bite. And I think you already know what that gift is. I just don't think you're harnessing it, because the arrow came in at the bottom, going back up to all these cards. And then the Saturn card, which of course is about change. You think if you change something within you, then that's what's, because it's knighting to this, is that's what's going to be part of the studying, or what Aley was saying about trying to figure out what it is, when in reality, it's already there.
You got
it's already there. And you're your own worst enemy where this is concerned. What I will say though is, what's interesting is from the ladder on top to the fetus in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. To the skull, it's telling me from birth to death, from to eternity. You've come in with this, and you're going to go out with it.
Yep, and you probably have done it in past life.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, you already came.
I love this deck. I really do.
It's very cool. I love it. It's wonderful. Yeah. Wow. All right. So play love. Remember, it was your stepdad Bert's birthday. Does he have a message? Okay. Let's see if Bert comes through.
I'm hearing bubble gum.
Bazooka, I hope, with the comics,
I
right?
so love bubble gum. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he says, girl, you inspire me. Oh my goodness. Look at this. He's like dancing around up in the heavens. And he's saying, I watch you all the time and you're just an inspiration, and you're an inspiration to other people with you. He says, sometimes you may feel as though you have some opposition to what it is that you're doing. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. because, girl, you have arrived. Wow. That's awesome. I've never gotten that card. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. In the center, the Six of Wands. This is about seeing and being seen, and it's about victory. What he was telling me is he wishes he could physically give you a hug right now, because there's something that you've overcome that you don't realize you've overcome, because you're still sitting in that energy of regret. But he also knows too that he's trying to tell you to step out more. You got this card reversed, and don't be ashamed of whatever it is you're hiding or you're hiding from, is what else he's telling me. He's also telling me too, in that splendor of what the two of you had together, he's with you through all of it.
Yeah.
That's what I got for you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, we got Judith, our last one for tonight. Judith, it's always a pleasure to see you, my dear. A general reading. Okay, we can do that for you. Thanks, everybody, for being with Jeff and I tonight. And we're going to try to make this a semi-weekly, not twice a week, but semi-monthly.
Semi-monthly.
Yeah. And because we just enjoy it. And so, yeah, thanks for joining us. All right. Wow, I keep getting the affinity card. That's really weird. Okay. So, Judith, I see you being grateful for a lot of things in your life. I'm sure that you're grateful for things that a lot of other people don't take into account. I mean, you already put in that you love working from home. I see that you're grateful doing that. I see that there are other things that inspire gratitude in you as well. And I love this. Uncle Wiggily is pulling out a rose to sort of take home and give to whoever it is that he wants to love on. And, it's just, that's the type of gratitude that I feel you do. And this number is 44, which is angels. That's an angel number anyway. But I feel like you can be grateful for a beautiful day, for a flower, for whatever it is that's in your life. And not many people can do that. You also have had to restrain yourself against some people or some situation where other people aren't grateful, or they're actually kind of nasty that you may have to deal with. But you carry that restraint. You are not, you're not, I guess, letting it get to you is my best words. But I did get the affinity card again. This is a big theme tonight for my cards. And so you just get along with people. You get along with people. They really enjoy being with you or talking to you or seeing you in the chat or whatever. And that's a gift. That's a gift in and of itself. We need you light workers in the chat. And you're always there, Judith. Thank you.
I'm getting I'm getting kind of that. I'm also getting that you're not one to be easily crossed. I mean, you don't cross you is what I'm getting. But what was the question? Okay. What I'm getting is that in the simplicity of life, you seem to have this ability. It's kind of like what Aley said. I'm going to explain it. I have the candle coming in at first, and then it's right next to it is the lighthouse. So, you're the perpetual light that's constantly revolving and constantly the beacon. And that door that might look shut actually is a safe haven. And that is that umbrella was knighting to the rain. I don't know if you ever took in anybody that was homeless or you ever helped someone that was in need, but I'm getting this thing too, because moths come out after the rain. I'm wondering if there have been people that have taken advantage of your goodwill. I got this knighting to moth, which means there might have been hangers on or people that took advantage, but you put a stop to that because the fire, the center of it is the shell. You do have a hard shell, but don't cross you. I kind of feel like you've learned lessons through being burned. And you might have been someone's voodoo doll at one point.
Oh dear.
But we closed that portal pretty quickly. I don't know how you fought that, but you did. That's what I got for you.
And then the gratitude comes out on the other side of all of that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you've walked through the fire and you're on the other side.
You're on the other side of it.
I love that. That was wonderful. Well, Edward Kenneth, thanks for going over and subscribing to Jeff's channel. That's wonderful. If anybody is not a member of a subscriber to Jeff's channel, please go over to Tarotaskbackwords.
Please.
Yes. And subscribe. He's fabulous. And I'm just really always have a good time. So thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
I do as well.
Yeah. And thanks to everybody for being here. I'm going to be on with Marina in about a half an hour. We're doing the story and the cards. But my husband said, you didn't plan that well. I said, I planned it perfectly.
Perfectly.
It all worked. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.